that this is the phone number of Mr. Daniel Jackson. Daniel, if this is your phone number, please ring us back immediately. We have something we need to talk to you about. Police Service. We have had confirmed that this is the contact number of Mr. Daniel Jackson. Daniel, if you get this message, please ring back. We have some serious things to discuss with you.
I had to walk over a mile for that. Not a very vegan-friendly area.
Thank you.
Do you miss it?
Meat. Barbecues. McDonald's. What's the appeal of the whole vegan thing?
I just don't like the idea that an animal is born to die just so I can have a sandwich. That's why I went vegan a few years ago.
Born to die. I like that.
I don't like cruelty towards animals.
But you do towards people. It's just a bit rich coming from a guy who just murdered his fiancé.
I didn't kill Alison.
I know you killed her, Daniel. And I have all the evidence I need for a conviction.
So why am I here then?
Because I don't know why. And I want to understand.
I did not kill her.
Well, we've been informed by the court that they would like a portion of this interview to be recorded. So is it okay if I record from now on?
Yeah, I guess. But I don't understand why you're only doing this now, not like 6 hours ago when we started.
So the date is the 20th of February 2021. It is approximately 7:43 p.m. We are currently interviewing Daniel Jackson on the investigation of Alison Harper's death. In the room with me, I have Detective Dice. Can you please introduce yourself?
Detective Constable Richard Dice.
And myself, Detective Sergeant Susan Shelley. And Daniel, if you can introduce yourself stating the following information.
My name is Daniel Jackson. My address is 330 Tasley Path, London, SE28ONJ. My date of birth is the 25th of March 1992. My national insurance number is CZ955947A.
And you freely consent to being recorded, knowing that all you say and do can be used towards you as evidence in the room of court?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. And you're aware that you are currently free to go? You're not under arrest?
Yeah.
I would also like to remind you of your right to seek legal advice, as there is currently no solicitor present.
Yeah. I didn't think I'd be here this long, but I'm all right for a lawyer.
Thank you. Okay, Daniel. I would like you to tell me in as much detail as possible what happened on the night of Alison's death, February 14th.
I've already told you. I've already told you the story 10 times today.
I know, Daniel, but this is for the recording. Please. February 14th.
Well, it was Valentine's Day, so we were having a day in together. We sat on the couch, we watched some films. Later that day we had dinner. After dinner we sat on our little balcony area and watched the fireworks from across the river. Then we went to bed. It was all perfectly normal.
Did you have any alcohol that night?
Yes.
How much?
Well, to be honest, we were drinking throughout the day. I bought myself a cocktail recipe book and a shaker for Christmas, so we were having cocktails. For dinner, though, we had maybe 2 bottles of red wine between us, and then a little bit of a 3rd bottle. Did you also want to know the vintage?
We're not trying to antagonize you at all, Daniel. We're just trying to get this as clear as possible for the court.
Yeah, the thing is, though, I keep telling you what happened, and you still don't believe me, and I don't understand what this has to do with Alison.
But it's not exactly what happened, though. I asked you to be very specific.
She went to bed. She always goes to sleep before me.
And what did you do?
I went for a walk.
Why?
I wasn't feeling very tired. I never heard of fireworks on Valentine's Day, but they kept me up. And the place we live in is quite small, so it can get cramped and a bit stuffy. So I sometimes like to go for a walk just to clear my head and cool off before bed.
Was there a reason you felt like you needed to clear your head on February 14th?
Yeah, well, kind of. We spent the whole day inside. And anyway, going for a walk has become a bit of an evening ritual that I like to do.
So where did you go that night?
I don't know exactly. I guess I got lost. I had had a lot to drink, so I wasn't in the clearest state. I think I fell, tripped or something, but I didn't go home that night. I woke up the next morning under some bridge.
What made you think that you had fallen over or tripped?
I had cuts on my hands and my face was scuffed.
And what time approximately did you leave for your walk?
I think it was about 10.
10 p.m.?
I think so.
Did Alison know that you were going for a walk?
Yeah, probably. I go out most nights for about an hour after she's asleep.
Since it was Valentine's Day, did you join her in bed first?
What do you mean?
Did you fuck that night?
No.
Do you know what these are?
Yeah, I can guess.
I want you to take a close look at these, Daniel. Take a look. Look at them, Daniel. What do you see?
I see Alison.
Okay, what's she wearing?
What?
What's she wearing, Daniel? Did she normally go to bed in such provocative lingerie? See, I know that the whole story you've been selling us is bullshit. Do you want to know how? 3 things. Firstly, the very provocative red lingerie. Looks like something somebody might get on Valentine's Day, but if you were out for a walk, why would she be wearing it? I mean, I've heard of some people doing some pretty crazy stuff while they're asleep, but getting changed into something like this, that would be a first. Secondly, the murder weapon was left at the scene. The killer used a knife, obviously. Multiple lacerations to the face, back, and legs, seeming to point to exertion of extreme rage. Many of the cuts inflicted post-mortem, meaning that the killer continued to mutilate her after she was dead. Typical of a crime of passion, and here's the kicker, Daniel. Your fingerprints were all over that knife.
That's our kitchen knife. Do you not think it's knife?
And thirdly, why didn't you go home? We tried to get in contact with you for 3 whole days. Your phone, your work, your parents, nobody knew where you were. You went off-grid on the night of your fiancé's murder. Does that not sound in the least bit suspicious to you?
No comment.
What?
No comment.
Come on, Daniel!
Rich! Daniel? Listen, you went for your normal evening walk. Why didn't you go home this time? What was different?
I didn't know where I was.
Okay. I mean, that happens. It's just that, Daniel, we really need your help here. Because we want to try and figure out what happened to Alison. So anything that you can tell us from those 3 days would be very useful. If you stayed with a friend, you know, where you went to eat, anything like that.
Look, I have trouble with this.
Trouble? Why?
I have blackouts. Big holes in my memory. I've had it for years. It runs in the family, but I take medication for it.
And you're telling us this now?
Yeah, it's true. I do have trouble remembering things, and alcohol just makes it worse. Look, I don't know where I went that night. I don't really remember what time I left. I just have flashes of me walking around, so I know I went for a walk at some point. But I didn't go home, okay? Because I remember when the police stopped me on the street, and that's it. That's all I can remember.
Yeah, and we are not trying to upset you here, Daniel. It just needs to be very clear for the court, and we need to find the truth. Because word of advice, if you lie in here, it's really not going to look good for you in court. And they might give you a much harsher sentence.
I'm not lying to you.
How truthful have you been today?
What?
We've been here for several hours, gotten a couple hundred pages of transcript. How much of it is truth?
I have told you the truth as I know it.
Okay, how long have you been vegan?
What?
How long have you been vegan, Daniel?
Not long.
For the record, at the beginning of this interview, you stated it had been a couple of years. Okay, now I find that interesting. Do you want to know why? Simple question. What was the last thing you ate on the night Alison was killed?
I don't remember.
Forensics state you had chili scallops, sirloin steak, chips, and cheesecake. That doesn't sound very vegan to me.
What has that got to do with anything?
Okay, let me tell you how we do our investigations. We take the evidence, we take our account of what happened, and we compare that to what you've told us here today. And anything that doesn't line up, any little indiscrepancy, that will just make you look more suspicious.
So what, because I haven't been vegan for years, that's your evidence that killed Alison?
It's how we create a picture of how honest you are. You know, how credible.
When I ask you how honest you've been, I know you've been lying. So quit screwing us around, because we're not going anywhere until you either confess or change your mind.
What do you want me to say?
What?
You brought me in here, you have it in your head that I'm guilty, so what exactly is it you want me to say?
Just the truth.
I've been giving you the truth!
No, quit fucking around, okay? I'm gonna bury you in that hole you're digging.
Look, can I just please get my medication as a condition?
Here's another thing. I don't remember anything in your medical report about blackouts.
No. What?
We talked to your doctor. Severe social anxiety, depression, but nothing about blackouts.
No, that's definitely wrong. Okay, it's documented.
No. I'm sorry, Daniel, there is nothing about your condition.
No, I don't believe you. Look, I've been to the chemist and picked up my medication, okay? I have the prescription. Prove it to me. I don't believe that my doctor said he doesn't know anything about it. He's the one that diagnosed me. And actually, now that I think about it, everything you've said in this room, you haven't actually shown me any evidence for. You show me this fucking murder picture, but no fingerprints, no knife. You've asked me in as many different ways as you can if I kill my fiancé. Look, I didn't kill her. I did not kill Alison Harper, okay? Not that you have to believe me or call me a liar.
Did you know Alison was cheating on you?
What?
She was seeing someone else for about 3 months.
So here's my theory. Because we found the box for the lingerie underneath the bed, gift wrapped and hidden. I think you found it too. Saw red. Got angry. Maybe it wasn't you that gave it to her. Maybe she called his name out at night. But whatever happened, you lost your temper. Things got out of hand. You lashed out. And you killed her. And you left her in that room where she'd been cheating on you. And then you ran away. You ran away from it all. You tried to escape the fact that this one good thing in your life was a lie. When a court hears that, do you think they're going to entertain your claims of blackouts so conveniently timed?
I mean, over 40% of all female murders are done by their partner.
Daniel, the statistics, the fingerprints on the knife, the blackouts, the lies about being vegan, the motive. It's not looking good, Dan.
Dan, look, we all get angry. And we all do things that we regret. And sometimes when those things are horrible, our brain blocks it out. It's like we can't even remember that we did it. And I really don't believe that you're a cold-blooded murderer. I don't. Maybe you didn't even mean to do it. But I do believe that things got out of hand. And I do think that there was an accident and an argument. And in the heat of the moment, you might have grabbed the knife, and it's just, all the evidence is pointing towards you. And the numbers are really not on your side. But that's why it's so important that you tell us the truth, because then we can be on your side and we can even help you with your condition. Okay? So, listen, I'm gonna ask you a question right now, and I would like you to think. Can you do that for me, Dan? Okay. I would like you to think about your family. I would like you to think about Alison's family. But more importantly, I would like you to think about what kind of person you would like to be. Who do you want to be? Are you going to be the person who mans up, admits it, and then tries to put things right? Or are you going to be the person who denies everything until the end? This is when you tell me. Daniel, did you kill Alison?
I knew she was cheating on me.
It's okay.
I'd known for weeks. I think we fought that night. I remember I was in the kitchen. I was putting the dishes away. I had a knife in my hand, but no, I would never.
I know.
I would never.
Daniel, I know.
No. I'm so sorry, Alison. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. No, look, you need to help me. Please help, I can't remember. Look, I can't remember. No, wait. Please wait. You said you'd help me. I can't remember.